Hello everyone, Zelrinth here, and it is day 6 in Etheria Restart, and I thought today we kind of talk about my plans going into the future of Etheria Restart and how it might also help you in making your decisions going farther into your gameplay. Now, if you're like me, and you've taken my advice, I don't know how many have, you're kind of in a similar situation to where I'm at. And that is, I have stopped doing max stamina refreshes after the 3rd day. That reason being that I wanted to keep myself I wanted to keep as many crystals as I can so I can pull in the light dark unit more, because I feel like that's going to be very important for this game in the long term. And in the short term, I'm going to be behind. I mean, it is what it is on that. When I look at the current levels of the top units, like in the arena, I think they're like at level 43 now. So there's no catching up at this point. But the great thing at this level is I basically am in the daily grind of your typical gacha. I just get on, I do my dailies, and so the main thing that I'm farming right now is I'm just trying to get myself geared up and being ready for level 35 to do Hell Mode. So I finally have got Terramaton Nightmare 2 kind of able to be done on auto, which is nice because doing manual is just time consuming, especially when you're max stamina refreshing. That's the nice thing. I don't have so much stamina that I'm like, holy crap, I gotta burn through this stuff quickly. So now I can just auto it very easily. Especially now that's the work day. Works out really good. And I mean, it has the modules I want in here. I mean, yeah, this one works out better because it doesn't have the epics, but it is what it is. I will eventually get myself to the point that that one's being autoed. Then I'll move on through hell when I unlocked it at 35. But you might ask, well, what's the reason for doing this and staying behind? Because I can't compete in arena at the higher levels, which is true. But in the long term, thinking long term, I will have no issues catching up. When I get to level 50 and they're level 50, the only thing they'll have on me is they will have a little bit more gear since they've been farming the hell gear for a little bit longer. One of the advantages I will have, and I think it's going to be the better advantage, even if you're a free-to-play, I've spent money on this game, but even as a free-to-play, it is one advantage you will get. Now, that advantage is the amount of pulls you're going to have. And as you can see here, with my re-rolling and kind of get myself set up strong, and then doing those minimal pulls on Messiah's banner, just seeing if I get lucky, and then actually getting lucky, I am sitting in a very good position here. I am pretty much guaranteed to get whatever light or dark unit I want to pull on, and I'm pretty much guaranteed on the next 4 units for the red, green, blue. Now, I only have 218, so you'd say, well, that's only about 3. You got to think of the accumulation of pulls over the weeks as new units and stuff come out. I will accumulate the remaining 80-ish needed to guarantee 4 units over that course of time. And that is the advantage of somebody that's slow rolling it's going to have. And the big thing too is if you're very patient like I am, you're not dumping all of your lattices into your character. So these are only 2 I've used at this point because Messiah is my hard carry. I've only used these 2 right here. Everybody else, I'm only maxing up to and not touching this level 2. And this is why I'm doing this. As soon as a new big, like the next big light dark unit comes out, like a big power creep, I'm gonna plan to then invest heavily in them and build around them. If they work within my team, that's the big thing. If they work within the units I have, I can heavily invest in the new unit, while those who pushed heavy now and want to compete in arena are heavily investing in their current units and not future units. So you can kind of catch up / get yourself a little bit ahead on the new units as they come out. And so that's my view on it. Some people may have different opinions on that, because potentially, since this is such a PvP-centric game, one of the hopes is that power creep is very slow. And so we may not see that massive jump, but we may see a character, which I have seen, like Hoyan's a big one that'll be coming out that I really want. And there's another one that I think they've shown in a promotional video that looks really good. It's in a promotional video, so I have no clue on what they're going to do. They just look good aesthetically, especially since, like I said in the beginning, I wanted to make a waifu account. Messiah doesn't really fit that picture for me. He does good, but he doesn't fit the account for my niche within the gacha gaming community. But so I can pick up them, and then I'll have all my lattices ready to dump in them, and that'll make me stand out within competing against other people in the arena. Because at that point, in like a month, maybe a few weeks from now, I'll be level 50, they'll be level 50, and the only difference is that they might have a little bit more modules than me, but hopefully I have better geared or skilled up new characters. Because even the whales can only buy so many in the shop. I think it's like 1 or 2 a week at most. So if they're heavily dumping all of them into the current units now, they're not going to be able to put as many into the new ones when they come out. So that's just my thoughts on that. I thought I'd just make a quick short one on there. Overall, my account's going pretty fine. I mean, unless you've been in my Discord, you can see that I have been frustrated lately. Because when you are slow rolling like this, it can get frustrating when you're doing content. Like, Doki Doki is extraordinarily hard. Because I just don't have the units right now for it. Very tempting to pull Rilmocha, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Right now, I have Terramatan on Nightmare 2 farm. I'm able to auto it finally on Nightmare 2. It's close on Nightmare 3. I need a little bit more tweaking and slightly better gear. I think I'll eventually get it to that point. The area I'm hurting the most is just the Swiftfoot gear. I just need, I think, better, or Swift Rush gear. I think I just need the higher quality gear. And since I'm not really farming her right now, that's where it's hurting the most. So I do have the potential that I may use my targeted on a real Mocha in the future. But I really want to see what these banners change out to, because I have a very sneaky feeling we're going to get somebody that's going to do Toki Doki just fine. And they're going to be a lot better than real Mocha in other places. So I'm kind of holding out. I'm struggling that little bit right now, fighting through it. But my thought is, in the long run, I'm going to be better off. And we'll just kind of have to see whether I am right or wrong. Worst case, I am wrong, and I just end up pulling Remilcha later than I probably should have. And I'm just a little bit behind on modules, but eventually I'll catch up. In the long run, I'll catch up. So it's not that big of a deal to me. And yeah, that's kind of the plan. But yeah, it's all about... I've already, like I've shown before, I've already done my Animus reconfigure to get my Messiah built up. For those that haven't taken advantage of this, I think if you have another DPS that's very, very good, that could potentially replace your Leanne, go ahead and do it. Some people have disagreed with me. One thing Leanne is very good at, and pretty much the best at, is Terramatan. But having a more flexible unit like Messiah has made a lot of the other content a lot easier. Specifically, some of these like GP outposts and stuff have been a lot easier with him versus struggling a little bit more on Terramatan. So it all kind of balances out in the long run. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my account. That's my thoughts. Just let me know in the comments if you have any different opinions or you're approaching this any differently. I mean, most of the other people that I've seen are just doing the max stamina refreshes. They want to be that top level, and to me, just not worth it. But we'll kind of see how it works in the long run. But yeah, if you like my content, if you can like, comment, and subscribe, it really helps. And thanks for watching.